Santa, tell me when you'll show yourself to me.
Let's talk about my preferences, what gets my juices flowing, what makes me tick. What I'm looking for and what I really like is more of a balanced sound signature with a slight bass boost. I like my bass, but I like my bass tight, I like it fast, I like it to hit hard and have some slam. I do not like that extra big bass shelf boost that's sub bass driven, where the lower bass is scooped out. I think it's really important to have that information down there to make instrumental like piano, guitar, cello sound correct. But also I like the bass fast enough, speedy enough to make kick drums sound great. When it comes to the rest of the mids, I prefer an overall, maybe slightly warm tilt. I'm not a big fan of overly analytical, too dry a tuning. I'd rather have something a bit more musical. When we start to climb up into the ear gain region, make that pinna gain not so steep, but give some energy to some body into the mids. Again, making vocals sound correct, making instrumentals sound correct. I'm a big fan of timbre and tonality when it comes to instrumental as well. It has to sound correct to my ears. That 5K area also, I'm a bit sensitive to it. If there's too much information up there, I get fatigue, I get ringing in my ears, and it just doesn't let me play it longer and, more importantly, louder, because I do like my tunes louder. When it comes to the rest of the frequencies up top, I do like an extended treble, but not a peak above the pinna rise. Keep it extended, keep it detailed, but don't put too much energy up there for treble sensitive people like myself. It's got to have enough information to make great stage, to give instrument placement, to make strings sound good, female vocals that aren't too thick. That's what really gets me going, and that's what I'm looking for sound preference wise.
Santa, tell me when you'll show yourself to me. Help me find who my baby will be. Santa, tell me when you'll show yourself to me. Help me find who my baby will be tonight. It's all I need, somebody that'll only care for me, somebody I can give a time and ring, someone in this puzzle who can be my missing piece. You know I don't need anything else this Christmas Eve. Just want someone to be with under the shining tree. Hear the sleigh bells ring and the caroling under the mistletoe, under the moonlight. We can take it slow, I can be your only guide. Don't need to think twice when I got you by my side. With you everything feels just right. Didn't want to admit that I needed this wish. I know you got a lot on your list, but all I'm asking is Santa, tell me when you show yourself to me. Help me find who my baby will be.
Hey, it's a Tone Deaf Monk, probably my last product video before Christmas here, and I just wanted to share with you these Nicehck B80s. Now, these aren't IMs, these are earbuds. And I'm not too familiar with these because it was a rabbit hole I didn't want to jump down, but I could. Let's go into these things. They're $32.99, so it's an inexpensive set in the world of earbuds. In this, it's a 14.8 polyurethane biodynamic driver. It's a pretty big driver. The cable itself You can order it in 3.5 or 4.4. It is wired, non-detachable, so it's a good thing that Nicehck know how to make cables, and they're pretty durable. So no issues there. It's quite tangle-free, so I have no complaints about the cable connection. There's a left and right written on the bottom. There's a big vent on the back of the shell. And you see these little foamy things? Okay. Well, my fat fingers, it took, I don't know, a great amount of time, many minutes, putting them on. And I'll go into that just in a bit. When you get in the box, it comes with this nice little cover with some waifu. And then if you weren't fully engrossed in the waifu, then you get this fancy waifu card. Now, I'm turned on and creeped out at the simultaneously. Just thought I'd share that with you. Comes and you get this nice little case. So it's actually really quite well accessorized. You get a cable tie, branded, and I think about 4 of these. Now there's 2 different sets of these little foamy things that go over top of your earbuds. Now I tried them with just the hard plastic itself. They are fairly large. And for me, who is not entirely experienced with these, I find that in the just raw plastic, it does kind of slide around a bit. So I do kind of like the little foamy things. And I thought to myself, I'm not a fan of the open donut. And I guess the reason they have both of those is that it does attenuate the top end just a little bit. It's like putting a speaker grill on a home speaker, right? Same kind of thing. If you took it off, you noticed you got a little bit more brightness. Well, same thing. So I think it would be fine for my taste, especially to leave them on, and that's where I did. And it's a little easier and they kind of stay there. So I'm not a fan of the little open donut, but I do like the ones that go over completely. So it's your choice, and you get some in the box. Let's talk about sound here. And I do have another set that I was comparing against. Jim from TGX Gear, who makes earbuds, a while ago gave me a set of, I think these are the Serenus. Sorry if I butchered that name. They're about $200, also fully wired, and can do a comparison in the end here. Sound-wise, well, as I'm not completely, my genre in gear is some headphones. I don't like over my ears sweat. I like IMs. Sound-wise, I don't graph these because my rig can't do it. But you know what? The best tool for judging sound is what's between your brain, right? So I like the sound of these. I really do. They have a big, open, spacious sound. If I were to describe how earbuds sound versus IMs, IMs do give you more of that isolation. And I will say, my wife is a big fan of me using earbuds over IEMs or headphones, especially because they don't isolate as much as an IEM does, and I can hear, which is good and bad. I did pretend to tune her out, and I got caught, so my fault. Beatbox by The Art of Noise. A fun track. It's just entertaining. And on the B80, piano sounded really good. And the spatial clues in this track were excellent. I mean, I really enjoyed listening to that kind of song and just an overall performance. And really, how does the B80 bring out the emotional response when you're listening to it? Is it a fun set? Yeah, I think it is. It's for me, and again, getting fitment wise, everyone's going to be a little bit different. You get really big bass if you, in fact, do push them in, but that's not really how it's supposed to be like an IAM. I don't find these particularly comfortable for me. I'm definitely still an IAM fan. So it's one of those things you either like them or you don't, fitment wise, but that's why I think the B80 is probably a good set for a lot of people, and it's not too expensive, and it does sound pretty good, and it has nice HCK's quality. So I think this is an interesting set if you were going to explore earbuds. Again, kind of the things I like, pros wise, I like the big open sound. I like the tuning of the B80. I think they're really easy to drive as well. They're fun and dynamic sounding, the tuning wise. There's enough bass for the balance, though it's not that hard hitting or deep visceral bass you would get from an IM. The vocals are clean and clear. So again, lots of good things going on with it. Some cons. I think, again, probably back to the bass. For me, it lacks a little bit of the impact. And again, those supplied foamies that go just around here are impossible. I think these things would, here's a con, starting off with something like the B80, it's a gateway drug. I mean, earbud to more expensive sets, I think. I'll do that comparison with the TGX Serenus. At $200, it's certainly a step up into imaging, sound quality, tonality, and timbre-wise, a step up. But as a ranking, I'd honestly give the B80s an 85% score against the $200 Serenus. Those are certainly better earbuds, but these are, for, again, the on the cheap, very well priced. And I see Nicehck now has another version that just came out as well. I'm going to try and get that one with detachable cables. It looks like the higher end version of this. That's really it for this video. I just wanted to share my kind of impressions, and man, if you guys want me to do more earbuds, I can pick some more up and reach out to more companies to get some more. If you're interested in more earbuds versus IMs, and let me know in the comments and see what you guys think. But if I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a fantastic, stellar one. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which leaves yourself pretty much open. And enjoy time with family and friends. That's what Christmas is about for me. And I'm certainly doing that, and I feel very blessed and thankful. And I'm blessed and thankful for all of you who watch my channel and helped it grow over the last year and a half here, 2 years. So the monk loves you. Remember that.